Yo, last night I was hella lit. Lit off the sleeping aid, my nigga. What's crack-a-lacking, y'all? Fuck, now my mouth is dry. I just ate what are those things called? The Nature Valley.
Oh,
I don't fucking know. Yeah, I just ate one of those, so now we're trying to get the show started. Let the music run. It's the Memeco Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mr. King Dusty Memeco Jackson. We got cheese in the building tonight. So at least it's not me just talking to myself.
Well,
Cheese, say what's up.
What's up?
You guys speak up so they can hear you.
What's up?
What's crack-a-lacking? So we're just kicking it, man. We're gonna talk about this. I gotta try not to disrespect her because this person is a child. But damn. We have a young girl who set up her own kidnapping. And then was found a day later unharmed at a park. And then we all found out it was fake. I said the moment that I saw the security footage of her kidnapping, I immediately said that I thought it was fake. And people gave me a hard time for that. They're like, oh my God, how dare you? She's just a child. She's missing. How can you say that? And then the next fucking day, 16-year-old kidnap victim claims that it's a hoax because she's upset with her family life. I tried to tell people that shit was fake, man, and they gave me a hard time for it. So we're going to give her a hard time for doing the dumbest thing that you can do. Now, you saw how we crucified Jussie Smollett. Is it Smollett?
I don't know.
The guy from Empire, Juicy Smouye. You saw how we crucified him when he did this whole, like, I got beat up by MAGA supporters and all this type of shit, and we had tried to bring him up on charges. I don't know why this young girl would feel compelled to want to do something like that in this time, at the end of 2019. I know she saw how we dragged him for that. Yeah. Fam, and you're in New York City. At least I think that's where it was. Yeah, New York City.
It was New York.
You're in New York City. You're not in like a small town in like Idaho. You're in one of the biggest cities in America. And you set up and faked your own kidnapping. I love that shit. In front of your mom too. You had your mom looking shook on a security tape, fam. My mom would have beat my ass if I would have came back and been like, yo, Mom, I was just playing. This was fake. Von D would have my head, fam. I'm telling you.
I don't know why. I don't think it looks fake though. I just watched it.
No. Have you ever seen a real kidnapping on a security video? If you compare an actual kidnapping to that, you can tell that it's fake. Even when you watch them like jump out of the car and grab her, they took it so easy. If they really wanted to snatch her up while she's with somebody, there would have been some fisticuffs of some sort, though. Like, they would have knocked her in the head with something. It would have been something. Come on. You want to make sure that the person who's a witness can identify you. You're not going to just leave her standing there. You could tell that it was fake. At least I could. I called it. So for everybody who gave me a hard time about it, yeah. This is me rubbing this shit in your face. Because I tried to tell y'all that it was fake. And the celebrities. The amount of celebrities. Let me intro the show and then we're going to get into it. Hey! It's your boy, Memeco Jackson. We are live on Track Talk Radio. This is the Memeco Jackson Show. I just wanted to say what's up and intro the show real quick. I got cheese in the building, so we're in here discussing the fact that some random girl, I'm going to try not to be disrespectful because she's still a youngin', But this random ass teenager faked her own kidnapping. So, we in here talking about that. I'm going to let this song finish playing. And then we're going to jump back into the show, man. So thank you for tuning in. This is the Meaningful Jackson Show. I am your host, Meaningful Jackson, and we are lit. Let's get it. Anyway, how dumb you got to be in this day and age with everything that we see on the internet. And you really was like, yo, you know what would be lit? If I fake my own kidnapping? Oh, bitch, what? Why?
Why?
I don't know, man. I gotta read it because I'm confused. Somebody was saying that when they read the article that, okay, so it says teen kidnapped off Bronx Street, staged hoax to get away from strict mom. Fam, let me tell you something. She's a black girl. Look, listen up, little black girl. We all went through it. Your mom is going to be strict. That's someone who's speaking, I grew up in a family with a black mother. Even when I didn't live with my mom could somehow whoop my ass through the phone, fam. It's that real. I know that you hate it, but you can't do shit like this just to get away from your parents. That is not how this shit goes. It's easier. Look, it's going to be easier for you if you just get along. Do as your parents tell you, the less ass whoopings you will receive. You saw how your mom came to the police station to save you. How sad she looked, right? The trauma you just put her through, she going to really whoop your ass now.
Yeah.
If you thought mom was bad before, oh my God. It's going to be over for you. It is over for you. Oh my God, I wanted to get away from a strict mom. You know what? One of my biggest regrets in life, I'm going to say this on the damn show. One of my biggest regrets in life was the amount of grief I gave my mother for us moving away from where my father was. At a very young age, I did not understand. I just wanted to be close to my father. I used to nag and nag and nag. I acted like a little shithead, all this shit. And then finally my mom was like, okay, well, go ahead and take your ass down there then. And she finessed me too. And I can tell this story now because we've had a conversation about it. But this is perfect. It's the month of December, 1999. And you know what my mom does? She says, you're gonna go to Florida for Christmas. You're gonna go stay with your dad for a little bit. I'm lit. You know, I'm lit. Because even though, and I'm going to tell you this, my dad is a bum, all right? And I'm only saying that because even as excited as I was to spend time with him, he never really went out of his way to spend time with me. So it was all just hopes and dreams, you know? It's just like, it's like grabbing for some shit that's not there. But anyway, so I'm lit. I'm thinking, oh, we're about to go back to Florida, get to see my nigga Doug. I'll get to hang out with my dad and all my little friends and stuff in the neighborhood. And so I pack a bag, right? So my dad's on the way up, and I'm in Texas at this point. He's on the way up. And I put my bag by the door because, you know, I'm still hyped. My mom goes, is that all you packed? And I was like, yeah. Just, you know, just enough. I pack light when I travel, which is a huge mistake. But she goes, well, no, pack a couple more bags. Because you might need this stuff.
You're not coming back.
And then when my dad shows up, and listen, no disrespect to Von D, I love you. Some of this is just how I remember it. She might tell the story a little bit differently, but I'm going to say it felt as if as soon as he pulled up was when I found out that I was not going to be coming back. So after all the grief that I gave my mom, and I kept saying, I want to live with my dad, biggest regret in my damn life, fam. I tell you, the grass is not always greener on the other side, young lady. Because in my situation, I end up going to stay with him, and basically at whatever young age I was in 1999, I end up just having a fucking roommate. Somebody who's never around, invests zero time into you, doesn't help you with shit. And so I ended up having to raise myself. So my biggest regret is making it seem like I did not want to be around my mother. Now, I get it because you're young, you don't understand. You do not understand the value that your mother holds in your life because all you hear is the nagging. And I get it, you're a little bit frustrated, but it is what it is, man. You got to put up with that shit. And I assure you, anywhere else that you might go, it's going to be way harder. At least your mom is going to do shit for you. My dad didn't do shit for me. Shout out to Von D, man, for being a tough mother. I'm not goofing with y'all. She really could whoop my ass through the phone. I remember when I got kicked out of high school. I remember when I got kicked out of high school, right? And I'm thinking, I don't want to go home. So I go to the rec after school. I'm hoping with my homeboy David. And his dad takes me home, right? Him and his dad ride with me to the house. And I'm worried about my dad. I don't know why. He's a sucker. I walk in the house. He just goes, "Call your mother." And I was like, nigga, what? No. We're going to deal with this in-house, right? This ain't we don't need to contract out for this punishment. We can do this right here. You know, because you always just said as long as I didn't go to jail, I was cool, man. And in this situation, I was provoked. I didn't do nothing. But my mother did not care about that. She did not care nothing about what caused or led me to act out of character and act all ignorant. She wanted to check that shit. I remember holding the phone like this. And I was just, you know how something like it's water hitting your face? And you're like, oh shit, what is that? I could feel the spit coming through the phone, her yelling at me. Boy, you out of your damn fucking mind? You getting kicked out of school? Acting like a damn fool? I didn't send you down to that like a fucking fool. I don't think she said the F word to me, but she was like, my mom is not playing, bro. And I was like, yo. And the whole time I'm thinking, I'm so glad I'm not there because I know my mom would have just bow. Should have been whooping my ass. And I'd have just been sitting there being like, fuck. Had this shit coming, bro. So, young lady, life is hard at home for a 16-year-old, but you need to suck it up, man. Because it was hard for all of us, especially in these black families. I'm not saying that it's not as hard in a white family or anywhere else, but I'm telling you, the grass is not always greener. You're going to be all right. All right? You're going to be all right. Oh my God, I knew it. Right when I saw that fucking video, I was like, this shit is fake. It's a setup. There's no way this is real because that's not how people kidnap people.
You should have your mom call her.
Yo, she don't want my mom to call. Shit. Yo, I thought I was in trouble last week with my mom. My mom, she texts me, she goes, I'm going to call you today at 5. And I'm not thinking that this is just the way that old people text. No disrespect. But the way I read it, I was like, oh shit, am I in trouble? So the whole day, I'm like, what did I do? I didn't do shit. But I still end up apologizing for something. I don't know. I don't remember what it was. Well, no, I think it was when I was calling her. When I kept calling and she's like at this ranch. So my mom goes to this ranch to like camp out and do stuff. I don't know what she does, you know. When she gets her white people on, she goes to the ranch in an RV. And she'll like, I don't know, she does horse. I don't know what this nigga does. But when she goes to do white people activities, she'll go to the ranch and then her phone will be off. And so I needed her for something. I kept calling. And I think on the voicemail at one point I was like, my man, why is your phone off, bro? I need you. Hit me up. Or something like that. But I felt like I was yelling. So when she hit me with the we need to talk thing, I was like, oh shit, am I in trouble? Wildin'. Hey, man, cut this shit off. Anyway, what is cracker lacking, y'all? All right, man, what day is it? It's Tuesday, December 17th. The year is almost over. And I'm excited. 2019 has been a terrible year with a lot of great things that have happened. I think you can still have good things and it still be a shitty year. Overall. So, this is the Meekle Jackson Show. I'm your host, Meekle Jackson. We got Cheese in the building, so tonight it's not just me. We actually have someone in here to bounce some conversation off of. I just spent the last few minutes talking into the camera, and we were having a conversation But I'm not going to disrespect her. I want to make sure that's clear. I'm not disrespecting her because she's a teen. And I get it. Teenagers make mistakes. But this young lady who faked her own kidnapping because she didn't like having a strict mother, she is the cornball. I think she closes out as 2019's biggest cornball.
Don't say that yet.
I know, right? Yeah, we still got time. I'm sure Kanye will pop up with something. Because last week my nigga was literally painted silver. So Kanye's gonna feel disrespected that this young lady outdid him for the week. He gonna come up with something. Probably by Friday at 5 p.m. Kanye will have done something. But this young lady out in New York City, she faked her own kidnapping. They literally have security footage from like a nearby store camera where she's walking with her mother. And there's niggas that pull up in a car and they snatch her up and they toss her in. Now I'm going to say this. For all the people who, when I immediately said that I thought it was fake, and all the people that gave me a hard time, I want you to punch yourself in the head for me. Because you can look at the tape and you could tell that it was a setup. It wasn't real. You could tell. But this is the thing. I think when people heard, 16-year-old young teen in New York City, kidnapped, when you hear all that, you are literally thinking the worst. How do you stop a kidnapping in New York City? There's too many damn people. Well, I'll tell you how. If it doesn't exist, you don't have to worry about stopping anybody. Fam, the whole shit was fake. You could tell by the way they snatched her up. These people are not seasoned actors, okay? It was like her homeboys or whatever, or their brothers or something. She probably paid them like $75 to do that shit. It was bad, y'all. But we had celebrities reaching out with thoughts and prayers. You know how when people want to be a part of something and they go, yo, I'm sending thoughts and prayers. Everybody's doing that. I'm talking about so many people.
That's crazy.
And then today, because this all happened, I think it was like yesterday or maybe Sunday night. And then today, guess what? She just pops up at a park. They find her unharmed. Fam. And again, I say real kidnapped people aren't sending you back unharmed. There wasn't even time to set up a ransom call. It wasn't a real kidnapping. And you have all these celebrities feeling hella stupid. Now listen, I know what was going to happen. Say it would have been real. You would have had some of these people donate their money, set up things in this girl's name. It was going to end up being this was crazy. This was a crazy story, especially to end the year. It's the holidays too. Oh my God. You want to talk about the perfect time to demand some attention? Fake your own kidnapping and or death during the month of December. If you weren't getting any love, you will definitely get it after that. I can't believe this shit, man. Crazy. She really faked her own kidnapping because her mom was too strict. So before we came on the air, I'm literally telling stories about my mom. And if you want to hear the story that I told about how my mom finessed me, and it was one of the biggest regrets in my life was being annoying to her about the fact that she was so strict. If you want to hear that story, you're going to have to watch this recording when this thing pops up on YouTube tomorrow. Because I'm not going to dive into it again. But it's a funny ass story. But thinking back on the fact that my mother was a very strict black woman, which I can appreciate because it taught me a lot of things, respect, responsibility, manners, all of that type of stuff. And also not to act like a pissy little ingrate asshole. That's what this young lady kind of is acting like because she feels that her mother's too strict. So she takes it to the extreme. Now I know when we're all young, because I see some people going online saying, hey, look, guys, she's young. Just show her some compassion. And my answer to that is hell no. And the reason being is because we just seen this happen with old Jussie Smollett or Smollett. Juicy Smoothie Lil Juicy Smoothie, he did the same thing, talking about these MAGA supporters jumped him and all this. The whole shit was fake. We live in an age where everything is online and on the internet in an instant. I know that this young lady participates in that world. So she knew what was going to happen to her. We can't always and forever just give these young people passes and pretend that they don't know. Because some of the stuff they know better than us. If anything, maybe on some crazy level, she's a genius. She literally just got the entire nation to fall in love with her and feel bad for her. Show enough sympathy that they literally like had people coming out in droves to try to find her because she was kidnapped. And the whole shit was a setup. This is marketing genius.
Yeah, people are going to hate her now.
People, yeah, they're going to hate her because she used her genius incorrectly. So that's where I will prop her up and say, yo, whatever you did, you were hella smart. Somehow, you were literally able to pull off, to some degree, your own freaking kidnapping. That's freaking crazy.
Right.
But again, my point was, I'm not easing up on her because she knows better. I know she knows better because she was there with us when we were all crushing Juicy Smoothie for his all these MAGA supporters jump me, and it ended up being 2 Nigerian niggas. It wasn't even white dudes calling him the N-word. It was black dudes calling him the N-word. Come on, fam. They probably was just saying what's up to you. Shit is crazy, man. I'm not giving this young girl a pass. But I think this shit is funny. You should have seen I saw the video of her at the police station when they found her. And her mom gave her a hug. The way she was hugging her mom. In that moment, that's when I was like, oh, it confirmed it. It was definitely fake. Because you could tell she was like, oh shit, all these people are here because of me. Yeah. I don't think she understood what was going to happen by her doing this. And it's crazy. But again, when you watch the security footage, I could tell by the way they snatched her up, it was fake. So if the kidnappers are listening, I know you guys are young actors apparently. You're not very good. You need to take classes. Your acting skills are terrible. It was the worst kidnapping I've ever seen. And I've seen a handful. When you watch videos on YouTube, like people put stuff up there like that. Like if you guys gotta watch videos from other countries, cause like they don't be playing, bro. In Mexico, they'll run up broad daylight with everybody and their moms watching, and they'll snatch people up with ease. And that's how I can tell that these bozos in New York, they ain't been watching. Because they did that shit all wrong. But it was crazy, man. Moms was looking shook on the security footage. But I know if I would have done some shit like that, Von D would have my ass. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about to the point where I know my mom would kill me, find a way to resurrect me, to then kill me again, to then bring me back and then put me in a timeout, whoop my ass again, and then ground me, and then put me back on dish duty for 10 years straight. My mom was that lit. Some of the stories I have about her, bro, when I say I'm not kidding you, for the majority of my life living with my mother, my mom taught me how to do a lot of things. Like I learned how to use kitchen appliances at a very young age. I learned how to do my own laundry very young age. My mom was really training me and my sister to be pretty self-sufficient adults. But we ended up being really self-sufficient kids to some degree, but we're still assholes. But one time I got in trouble for something, and my mom literally looked at me and she goes, "You're going to wash dishes in this house for the rest of your life." And when I say every night, my nigga, the only thing that saved me was the story I told about how she sent me back to Florida. That was the only thing that saved me from that. If I would have stayed with my mom, even to this day, if I was, not that I would be living with my mom at this age, but somehow I would still be on dish duty. I still hand wash dishes because I feel like that's just what I'm supposed to do. My purpose in life is to hand wash y'all's dishes. So look, I'm a professional dishwasher. If you need help, let me know. My work hours are 10 a.m. to 11 a.m.
An hour.
Every fifth Tuesday. I charge $89 an hour. Book now. Let's see, man. What else we got? Yo, that freaking story is crazy. I can't believe the girl faked her own kidnapping. You know what? Okay, so we're gonna get into a little sports talk. I gotta talk about this because I was a fan of this dude, but now I'm starting to question his entire life. Dion Waiters plays for the Miami Heat. He's a great basketball player. Dion can really hoop. Played at Syracuse, which is one of my favorite college teams. He's one of the few guys in NBA history that ended up being a first-round draft pick. I think he was top 10, and he didn't even start on his college team. This is how good this guy was. Now he plays for the Miami Heat and apparently doesn't have his fucking head on straight. My man has already been suspended 2 times by the team just this season. We're like 25 games in. 3rd time just in the last year he's been suspended by the team. And it's always conduct detrimental to the team. So this last incident, right? He's literally coming off a suspension. And then he calls in sick. And then it happens to also be his birthday. And then there's video of him on a boat on his birthday after he called in sick. Fam, I know the money is guaranteed, but you're literally risking millions for making bad decisions. I don't understand why they do that. Josh Gordon is back in the news too. He's doing the same thing. Now, I'm really hoping that for Josh Gordon, because they said it's PEDs, I know they attach substance abuse to that, and people assume that he's back on the weed, which he probably is because everybody in the NFL smokes weed. Most likely, I don't know. I can't confirm that. I'm making that assumption, all right? Because why the fuck not? But hopefully his situation is strictly the PEDs and it's not him being in trouble for marijuana again. But it's another one of those things where it's like, bro, you have control over this. You're getting paid big, and I know it's not always about the money because everybody has their struggles, but you're getting paid big dollars to play kids games. There's millions of people who would trade places with you in a heartbeat. And y'all can't get right. Just do right. Especially Dion. Dion, my nigga, the money is guaranteed. Don't mess that up for yourself, fam. It ain't even worth it. And bro, if you really love basketball, you should be devastated by the fact that you keep getting suspended. It's not like you're not playing due to injury. You're not playing because you're being a screw up. Being on the court should be more important to you than, trying to prove a point to the organization that you're not going to be a sucker and that you're not going to take their shit. Like, it's not worth it, bro. You don't need to beef with Pat Riley. Pat Riley's doing you a favor. There's teams that didn't even want you, bro. We had it on good authority that you were a cancer in the locker room. People didn't want to sign you. My nigga Pat Riley's giving you an opportunity. You're squandering it. You got to do better.
Yeah.
Way better. Way better, man. You got to do it way better. Yo, you know what's also crazy? Did you hear about there was a dead body found in the toilet at the Ravens game?
I just saw the headline.
Holy shit. A whole dead body.
Not a part one.
Not a partial dead body. A whole dead body found at the Ravens game this past weekend. Which is super crazy. It's a 26-year-old man found inside a portable toilet. A porta potty. In the parking lot, man. This is crazy. I wonder what the cause of death is.
Did they say it?
Nah, I mean, the article that I found it on is a bit dated at this point. I mean, because this is from the other day. But I'm going to look that up, and then on Thursday's show, we're going to report back to see what the cause of death was. I wonder if Fam was just way too turnt, and then maybe he ended up, like, going in there and vomiting on himself, or maybe he choked on it. I mean, you never know, man. People turn up too much, and accidents just happen. But, man, listen.
Fall asleep and then
Yeah, listen, all my people that's listening, if you guys are big alcohol drinkers, man, drink responsibly. I know you hear that on commercials and it sounds corny, but you got 26. That's how old my man was when he died. How young. He's still so young. You still have so much life to live. And I know There's so many people that really like to go out to events, party with their friends, and turn up. But you gotta remember, one night of drinking ain't worth losing a lifetime worth of memories. It's not worth it, fam. Drink responsibly. I mean, literally just found inside a porta potty? What the fuck? How you end up dying in there, bro? That's a tough way to go, too.
Suck to be the person that found him.
Yeah, and imagine if you're the person that found him. He just was in there. Fuck. That's crazy. Crazy, crazy. All right, man. We through the first 30 minutes of the show, man. We're going to throw on some music, and then we're going to be right back. I am the one, the only, the dustiest king of all kings, me, Uncle Jackson. And I love you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you. Share my show, man. Talk about me. Because I see how people share all the memes that I post on a daily basis and then don't want to share my show. Like, listen, man, I'm watching y'all. I'm keeping an eye on everybody who's disrespecting me or wronging me. I'm taking mental notes of that, fam. So that way, yeah, that way when I really take over, I'm coming back for y'all. And it's not gonna be good for you. So share my show. Don't be a sucker. All right, man. We got some music coming up, man. What we got? We got some hold on. Let me get it queued up. We got Twista, Adrenaline Rush. We got some Young Guns, maybe some Usher, some Game, some Truth Hurts, Addictive. Y'all remember that record? Oh my gosh, I got the jams playing tonight. But we're gonna get into that, man. It's lit as always. It's the Minkle Jackson Show. Again, thank you for tuning in, and we'll be right back after the short break. Let's get it. Get money. I really don't know why I always say that. Because I don't got no fucking money.
You're not getting any.
I only get my scheduled money on payday. I mean, I don't really hustle outside of work like I used to. But that's mainly because I finally got to that point where my job is good enough that I don't have to do that shit no more. I mean, I guess it doesn't hurt to do it, but man, I think about all my little side hustle. What was I doing? In the time that I lived in Washington, obviously I sold tons and tons of shoes. I was the shoe nigga for mad long. Uber, Instacart, all these little hustle jobs that you get trying to make the money. What else I did? I mean, I've worked a bunch of random jobs. I don't know. I mean, I owned a business for a while. I forgot about that. I owned a business too, and I had to close that motherfucker down. I'm terrible at that shit. I'm not built to own businesses. I mean, maybe I am, but I need lots of help and assistance. I didn't know what I was doing. But I'm going to make sure that thing gets popped back up, because that was a business to, serve our youth and help them with sports activities. And that's something that I definitely want to give back. So once we turn this up and get this radio shit popping, start getting things to work themselves out, then we can go back to setting up a space where the kids can go participate in after school activities and sports, all kinds of stuff. And then we'll get that back going. But I'm probably not going to have it be in Washington. I'm going to have it in another state. We're going to do it somewhere where a community is really in need, and we're going to do it in conjunction with their city. That's what I'm going to do. I ain't going to do it here. I'm not going to give it to a place that doesn't appreciate it. I'm going to give it to somewhere that really, really, really wants it. Hell yeah, dog. Because that's what I want to do. And then maybe do one here later. I ain't going to be an asshole. I love my Seattle people, so of course we'll do one here. But, my brother, he has a dope-ass community center that's about to open up. It's in Renton, Washington, the Family First Community Center. So shout out to him and the work that he's doing with that, and all the people that are helping him. I wish them nothing but the best, man. They're going to have crazy success with that. It's going to help so many families. It's awesome. So I'm glad that in the early stages of that, I got to be a part of that. Get to see him grow that into something. But I think he's going to do great at that. So, man, and hopefully in 5 years, they'll be serving. I think they said there's thousands of families up there, but hopefully in 5 years, they'll be serving almost everybody that's in that area. That would be the hope. So shout out to Mr. Doug Baldwin, man, getting that shit cracking, man. Good job, sir. You really out there killing it, big dog. What song's playing? Twister, Adrenaline Rush. I love it. Got the old school shit's playing. So we're about to talk about this nonprofit director that just resigned from her job because apparently she hired I don't know, is it a stripper or a drag queen?
Oh, to do some performance at
Yeah, she's wild. It just says adult performer, and
she uses like a.
And she took off some of her clothes during the routine.
Yeah,
it's lit.
Do you see it? It kind of looks like a drag show more than anything else.
Oh shit! Spilled water on myself. No, I didn't watch the video. I was just reading the article.
I saw like a picture of it real quick on the news the other morning.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. I mean, honestly, I know she resigned, but lady, how stupid you gotta be.
Right.
That you literally, unless you were just the boss, why didn't you reach out to someone and be like, hey, do you think this is a good idea?
Right. Someone
Like,
else was helping you plan.
You didn't consult this shit? Yeah, like, I mean, you got to be on a committee planning projects like this. This should not just be left for one person to do all this shit by themselves, because this is the outcome. Hiring a stripper or a drag queen or an escort or whatever. Play it real quick. This shit is wild. Oh, I thought that was the music she had playing. Oh my God, I was about to say it. Jesus Christ. In a room full of advocates for homelessness, you had this lady come in and dance, and she took off some of her clothes. Yo.
Did you want to get fired?
I wonder if that was like her last, like, fuck this job.
Like
I'm gonna do it. Yeah,
like,
she
I'm just
hates
gonna
it.
make them
Yeah,
fire me. What can I do?
Make you niggas fire me.
This is the only explanation.
That's the only thing. Only explanation. Because otherwise, why would you do that? You have to know. Like, unless, like, she can't, like, advertise herself as something different. Yeah. I could maybe see if it was, like, professional dancer who does parties and gigs, like, you know, for any type of occasion, and maybe you're like, oh yeah, and the price is good, and we spoke on the phone, she seemed really nice, and then maybe she shows up and it's a little bit, you know, a little bit wild, and maybe you could justify that, but like, I don't imagine that that's how it went.
No.
I feel like it had to have been a whole, like, I hate this job, I'm done with it. These niggas are garbage, so you know what? I'm gonna do this real quick.
Then I'm gonna resign.
And then I'm gonna resign. I ain't even gonna let them fire me. I'm gonna resign.
I already was gonna resign.
Yo, that's crazy. In a room full of advocates for homelessness. Shit is crazy. It makes no sense. No. What up? What up? What up? What up? Cut the music off. Yo, man, welcome back. This is the Meanquil Jackson Show. Sorry for that awkward delay, but I just was looking at some of the buttons and I was clicking, wondering, like, yo, what's that do? Mm-hmm. And I was about to click it, but that shit seemed dangerous. We might fuck up the whole show somehow. We was just in here talking about this lady who, she was the director of a Seattle nonprofit organization. She has resigned following an incident at a homelessness conference last week. What is her name? Her name is Kira Zlystra. Sorry, I'm butchering your name. But you know what, Kira? You had that shit coming. She was serving as acting director of All Home King County. And she arranged the appearance of an adult performer who removed some of her clothes during the routine. Now listen. I saw this video. This whole video is crazy. And it's only crazy because it's not set up for an adult performer whatsoever. The lights are way too bright. The music was garbage. And I ain't gonna lie to you, fam. Her outfit, nah.
I think she was like trying to be Lizzo. That's what
If she was trying to be Lizzo, no. Stop. Just, lady, stop. Everything you did about this was trash. Yeah, a lot of people thought it was a drag show. So, this is for a homelessness conference in the city of Seattle. People who were trying to fight and help out the homeless. And the person who's serving as acting director was like, yo, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to hire an adult performer. And we're going to see how it goes. So, what we were talking about, because obviously it didn't go well, we were talking about maybe she was just tired and fed up with this job. And this was that last, like, you know what? Fuck you guys. This is what you're about to get. Because again, it just was not, it wasn't good. Yeah. Why? If you have a chance, you should check out that video. You can see what I'm talking about. It's not good at all. Horrible. Terrible. Yeah. It's absolutely terrible. Terrible. It's terrible. But that's not the funniest thing that happened this week. So, talking about, so there was multiple things that I've seen in the last couple weeks. So one's a black guy, one's a white lady. So let me go to the black guy first. We're gonna blast him first. Pause. We're gonna put him on blast on the show first. All right. Pause. Don't even try it. Where is this shit? So this guy, he's 29, and he was hired by Wells Fargo to be in charge of its cash vault. Fam stole $88,000, and he was cooking the books and to cover up theft. And then what he did was he got online, like all of these young, stupid motherfuckers do. He got online and was flashing all the cash and the jewelry in his new Mercedes on Facebook. Fam, you stole the money.
You don't make enough money.
Why were you flaunting it? You didn't think someone was going to be like, yo, that's so-and-so's broke ass. Where'd he get a Mercedes? I'm about to call my auntie and them. Because I know she know his mama. And we're going to check on that. Because if he got some money, he need to send me some money. Because I need to get my hair done and my nails done this week. You know that's how he got played. Because it was somebody that was hating and wanted some fucking money. That's how you all get busted. Shit. You know, one of my old coworkers. I need to have, oh my God. I've been trying to get Jalen to come and be on a podcast or some show for the longest of times. Jalen Plunkett. One of the funniest guys I've ever met in my life. He has a crazy story about how one of his family members, like, literally, like, hit the lotto or something.
Damn.
And then, like, something happened with the money where, like, they ended up, like, not getting it or something like that. I need to have him come on and tell the story. But it just made me think of that because fam had a large lump sum of cash. And I remember Jalen was just saying, he was like, yo, they try not to tell nobody because they didn't want all these people coming in and asking. But the worst thing you can do is run into some money and then go on your own social media and post that shit. Right. You know how foolish you fucking look? Oh my God. So fam stole $88,000. Of course he got busted. And then it brings me to this next lady. I thought this was funny. So here's a white lady. So everybody's out here stealing. So ex-employee stole $7 million from housing agency. This is the state's largest fraud case ever. Pierce County. Dog, oh my God. Y'all already know how dusty Tacoma is. They needed every ounce of that $7 million and some lady stole it. That's why Tacoma's all fucked up, ain't it?
Probably.
No, hey, shout out to all my Tacoma people. I love y'all. But just the city itself of Tacoma and the traffic on I-5, that shit is dusty, bro. I don't like it. I'm sorry. I'll come out and I'll say hey, but I hate it. I'm sorry. Because I know some people really ride for Tacoma, and I don't want to have beef with people in Tacoma. I love all the people out there because people are great. And I love that they love their city. But let's just face it, your city's dusty. That's it. Tacoma, Washington. A former Pierce County Housing Authority employee stole nearly $7 million from the agency in the largest ever fraud. Why does it say largest ever fraud ever recorded for a local government in Washington State? This article's not well written. The investigation by the state auditor's office found that the authority's former finance director, Cova Campbell, used a variety of schemes to misappropriate $6 million. Jesus. Well, it's like 948,270. Yeah, you know, it's a large number. Yeah. Since 2016, damn, just in 3 years. Oh my God. So obviously they detected the thefts during a routine financial audit when auditors questioned wire transfers of large sums of money out of the state. Holy shit, the FBI is involved. I mean, obviously, it's millions.
Yeah.
Yo. See, this is what I don't understand about white people. And Cheese, you can help me out with this. Why is it that white folks will jump out of planes, swim with sharks, put their entire lives on the line by stealing $7 million from an entire state, but be scared of black people? I don't understand it, fam. That shit is wild. She stole $7 million from an already broke county. I don't know. Is Pierce County broke? You think? Do you think they're more broke than King County?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that would make sense. I wonder how big is Pierce County? What's that, like Tacoma, Puyallup?
Rich people in it.
Damn, I don't know.
Kirkland.
Both these counties are janky, but
yeah.
But I guess Pierce is the
jankier.
The jankier, yeah. King County's the lesser of two evils. Is that how you use that? Yeah, something like that. Holy shit. 7 million. You know what, man? Do y'all not watch enough TV? I feel like by now we have all the blueprints needed to commit these crimes and not get caught. And somehow y'all still keep getting caught. I mean, what do you gotta do? You gotta be able to pull it off. Then you gotta be able to get out of the country, go to a place that, where they don't have extradition or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then you gotta make sure that you showed up there with enough to ride it out. And then you gotta eventually learn the language, adopt their cultures, and then you probably could stay there forever after a certain point. But if you commit a crime bad enough, they're gonna find a way to send you back. Please believe. So there probably is no way to really get away with major crimes anymore. I think at this point in our world, like, how could you?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, even when we're watching Snapped and you hear about these people, they're like, well, so-and-so's been missing for 15 years. And it's like, yeah. And they're like, well, we think they ran away or they just left. But it's like, if they did by now, somehow they would have popped up in a photo somewhere, like some type of account would have seen them on some video, because you got to think that.
Maybe they not went somewhere super remote.
Even if they went somewhere remote, like, people are still popping up on stuff because of all these databases that have been created. And you got to think, if anybody does anything, if you've ever been fingerprinted for anything, if your name is in a newspaper, they put all that stuff online. So then any type of keyword that you search, if someone wants to look deep enough, they can find you in a heartbeat. So now at this point, if somebody's supposedly been missing and we haven't found them by now, R.I.P. fam. They're done. They didn't make it. It's over. And I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at that for anybody that's missing somebody or a lost one. And I hope I did not offend you or shatter your dreams. I didn't mean to just... I laugh at everything because I'm just naturally kind of an asshole. But I'm being for real. At this point, things aren't looking good.
Okay.
Shit is crazy. Did you hear about how Seal accused Oprah of of knowing about Harvey Weinstein but not saying anything? And he's alleging that she's been a part of these problems for decades.
Really?
So now, yeah, people are kind of coming for Oprah because they feel like she's only attacking certain people. Because she can't, obviously, I mean, and it's not like she's wrong. I mean, she did the whole R. Kelly thing. We get it. She was kind of responsible for the Bill Cosby thing. We get it. But I think people are starting to go at Oprah because they feel like she kind of targets black men specifically. And she kind of has a history of doing this. I remember like in the early 2000s, her and Ludacris had beef. And that sounds crazy, but I think Luda had called her out for something along these same lines about how she kind of just has this issue with like black men. And I don't know, man. I could see Oprah kind of being a sucker. You think she has all that money, all that power? Look at what she's done for herself and the businesswoman that she is. She probably don't give a fuck about niggas. She probably think all of us niggas are weak. Cause none of us have Oprah money. None of us have Oprah type of power. She don't give a shit, bro. But yeah, people are trying to come for her. And Seal. I can't even disrespect Seal. You know how many times I be wanting to call Seal ugly? But then you gotta remember that those scars on his face identify him as a king in his culture and in the country he's from. So it's like, you can't disrespect that nigga because he's a king. But at the same time, he's still ugly as hell. But he did kick it with Heidi Klum pretty tough. I know he got her pregnant. She was one of the finest women on earth for mad long. So he must not have been that damn ugly. But yeah, he came for Oprah this past week. I'm not surprised by that though. Because Oprah seems like she'd be on that sucker type of shit. But damn, I wish I remembered all the details of that Ludacris situation. You should look that up for me. Look up Ludacris and Oprah beef. Because I wanna make sure I get that right. But I swear he had some issue with her because he felt like she was just hella rude to young black males. And I think like he was on like a Pepsi commercial or something. I remember and then they removed him from that for some reason. And I think it has something to do with Oprah. Or maybe those are two different situations. I don't fucking know. But we'll get back to that. So, y'all remember Casey from Casey and JoJo? Apparently, he signed a deal with some record label so he could relaunch his solo career. And when I posted this on my Facebook, there were a lot of people who hit the heart emoji. And to me, that would imply that you guys were happy about his decision to relaunch his solo career. On my post, my caption just flat out said no. Reason being, fam, you tried the solo career. The type of R&B music that you do is no longer serviceable in this industry. It's not attractive. Also, no offense, you might be able to get 20,000, 30,000 people to buy your album when it come out. But if every record on that motherfucker ain't hot, people are not gonna fool with you. Music is, in no way, shape, or form a young person's game. I will never say that. But because of all the time off, all the struggles, and the fact that you are better known for your talents within the groups that you have been a part of, I think the solo career for you is past, my nigga.
Gotta let it go. You
gotta let this shit go. And I mean, props to the label that is still looking for acts like that. I find it's a little bit weird to me, but at the same time, any artist that was once a thing and is no longer, if you're struggling but you're still chasing that dream, hold out hope, man. I mean, if Casey got a deal, you still got a chance.
Sure.
I mean, because it's not good. This music is not good.
Yeah. So, people were accusing Oprah Winfrey of not liking hip hop. There's this whole thing.
Like, yeah, I remember that.
50 Cent and like a few other people.
But it's been speculated that Oprah has always kind of had a struggle with black men and men in general. Yeah. Like she has some issue with them. So let me correct my last little thing. Maybe Ludacris didn't have beef with Oprah over what I said, but I remember
she like lectured him about using the N-word in his raps, and she didn't agree with the content of it.
Oh, okay, got you. So so Oprah's still gave him a hard time.
Yeah.
But I think he said something to her about it.
Yeah. Then they seemed like
I'm sure
we don't have beef.
Yeah, I'm sure they squashed it. I mean, you're not really beefing with Oprah. Mm-hmm. Anything that Oprah's probably telling you is probably facts about life and all the shit you're doing. Like it's accurate. You know, I mean, I'm not gonna act like she's dumb, but
yeah.
I don't know, man. I could see Oprah kind of being on that whole like, look, man, I'm better than y'all, so like, don't F with me type of vibe. But she did come for R. Kelly. She did come for Bill Cosby. People think she's a little bit corny for the fact that she knows Harvey Weinstein very well, being in the entertainment business, and people are a little bit upset that she didn't come for him. And you look at Bill Cosby, he's serving time, and R. Kelly's doing time, mm-hmm. and these are things that are well documented that we know, but Harvey Weinstein, he cut a deal, and he paid out the money. So now he's probably not going to do any time behind these crimes that we all know that he committed. And it's crazy because, like I said, if she came after R. Kelly, because we know R. Kelly was doing the wrong thing. There's like a dog howling outside. But she came for R. Kelly because R. Kelly was doing the wrong thing. Same thing with Bill Cosby, but it's like, yo, if you would have maybe put out a documentary on Weinstein, maybe this nigga would be in prison. He wouldn't be able to cut no deals. Yeah. Because R. Kelly could no longer cut deals after she dropped that documentary or was a part of that shit.
It's true.
I don't know. You gotta. I feel like you gotta just treat everybody the same. I mean, listen. If you know this nigga Harvey Weinstein is being a scumbag, you cannot sit in your little ivory tower and not do anything about it. Especially in her position, who's really looking at Oprah being like, nah, we good? Nah, because Oprah could squash your shit. Everybody knows that. They won't ever come for Oprah the way that she's come for other people. Yeah, it's not possible. Yeah. It's the same thing for like her, Bill Gates. I think that's it. Those are essentially our mother and father of life. It's Oprah and Bill Gates, and then it's just, a bunch of billionaires, and then there's millionaires, and then there's some okay people, and then there's like the rest of us. Like that's
not even okay people.
Yeah. I'm underneath 85 layers of okay people. But yeah, that's freaking crazy, man. Oprah, what is she doing? Same thing. What's Casey doing? Why is he trying to make a comeback? I'm sorry we're jumping from topic to topic, but I just can't believe that he really thinks he's gonna resurrect his solo R&B career. Fam, it's done, bro. Just go home.
Go find another.
It's okay. Hobby. If anything, y'all should link back up as a group and try to do like a reunion tour. I'm sure you've probably already done that. But if you're trying to secure any type of bags, no matter how small they are, for any type of musical talent that you might still have left in the chamber, it's going to be as a duo. It's not going to be as any type of solo shit. No one's buying that. I mean, I feel bad saying that, but let's be for real, fam. Nobody's buying that. All right, man, we're going to take a short break. And then when we come back, we're going to talk about what we're all getting from our jobs as far as like holiday gifts. Are you getting, discounts on merchandise for the company you work for? You getting extra vacation days? You getting holiday bonuses? What is everybody getting? Because I'm going to read you a story about a company that gave out 13 Cadillacs and 30 Bahama cruises at their holiday party this year. So, that's fucking lit. I know. 30 Cadillacs, or 13 Cadillacs giving out 30 Bahama cruises. Yeah. Listen, my job gave me a bin full of chocolate today, and I was like, yo, these people treat me like royalty. And then I saw this article, and for like 2 seconds, I was like, you know what? I ain't even gonna say it. But I appreciate the candy, though. The candy was really good. Anyway, we're gonna take a short break, man. Thank you for tuning in. This is the Me and Cool Jackson Show. I am your host, Me and Cool Jackson, and it is Tuesday, December 17th, man. We're almost to Christmas, and then we're gonna be right into the New Year. So get your resolutions ready. I know a lot of you dusty MFs are gonna do the whole fake go to the gym for a month thing. But I'm telling you this, if you go to the LA Fitness when I go, you better not be just sitting on them damn machines, texting on your cell phone, posting pictures to your Instagram, talking about, oh my God, 13 days into the new year, my resolution. I'm going to be like, yo, F you and your resolution. I'm going to report your ass at the gym. I'm going to get them to kick you out. Because I know a lot of y'all do that, man. At the start of the year, you overload the gym, and half of y'all don't even be working out, man. And I'm already seeing it. When I went this morning, there was all these new people in there. Fake working out and shit. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, let me play this music. We're going to get back into it, man. It's lit. It really was fake working out, man. It gets frustrating, too, because I'm, like, trying to get... I'm trying to, like, get to the machine or whatever. And you can't use it because it's 2 or 3 people and they all went together because they all want to attack their goals together, you know, which is cool. Y'all do your thing, but do that shit not in my fucking way. Ah, shit. Oprah. You think Oprah would want to produce my show? What if Oprah called and was like, you know what, young man? I can see the phone call being like, hello, young man. I'll be like, yes, ma'am. How are you, Miss Winfrey? She's like, well, I really liked your show. But I didn't like the episode where you talked about me. And I'm like, yes, ma'am, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. But you know what, I kind of did mean to. Because that's what I have written down on my notebook. Well, on my phone, on my notepad. But yeah, man, I had to talk about Oprah because I felt like she was kind of wilding. Because I feel strongly enough about it, even though I only have limited facts. I know enough to realize that if we're gonna crush predators in those realms, you know, the Hollywood execs and all these famous actors and actresses, if we're gonna crush them with stuff, we got to do it the same way we crush other people. Same thing for those 2 cornball ass actresses who faked and forged college documents to help their kids get into better schools and all that type of shit. Like them only doing like 5 days in jail when you had a lady who I think she went to prison for like almost close to a year or some shit like that, just for using her parents' address so her daughter could go to the high school that she went to or something like that. Like, all right, you really got people doing, like, regular ass civilians doing jail time over that, but you have these people who abuse their power and their privilege to, you know, gain favor in certain aspects of life. If y'all are going to be mad at some people, you got to be mad at these other people the same way, regardless of if they got money or not. And that's the crazy thing, is that people get a ton of money and they just buy themselves out of situations. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah. But then these same people who accept that money and let these people slide, those are the same people trying to check everybody else for the shit that they're doing. Like, what? Got that whole shit twisted. Crazy, man. Felicity Huffman didn't do no jail time. You did all that line just to get your dusty ass daughter a college education. Like you too good to go to a junior college, girl. Get the fuck out, or a technical school. Y'all gotta stop acting like y'all are above that shit. But you know what? That's how they be acting. The other half, the haves and the have-nots. But even the people that are in the have category, they be acting like they're too good to slum it every now and again. Like, oh my God, heaven forbid if she have to fill out any FAFSA paperwork. Fuck. I can't imagine how devastated her family would have been if they would have had to sit down after dinner one night and fill out paperwork so she could get some fucking student loans. Fuck. I can't imagine the tears that must have been going down their face at the thought of having to fill out that paperwork. Man, you got people who are working full-time jobs, being single moms and dads, raising families, fucking doing all kinds of shit, going to school and getting degrees like it's nothing and falling into debt for it. And then there's bums like Felicity Huffman skating by. Bum ass. What's your bum ass? Ah! My damn knuckles, man. Yo, I'm kind of wild today. I know people are going to be watching this and be like, yo, his energy level is crazy in comparison to how it is normally. But that's only because today I went to the gym. I'm going to tell you, it gives you that energy. When you go to the gym, you end up with energy. There's a lot of days, there's a lot of days where I don't be going to the gym. But today wasn't one of those days. Yeah. Anyways, I'll just be wilding. Yo, shout out to all the new followers. There have been a lot of people who have reached out. They said they really like the meme page and they are enjoying the show. And that actually made me happy because I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Seattle's a tough place to be. These people out here don't be supporting shit. And I don't feel bad saying it. Anybody who's watching this that's from this area, we're gonna keep it 100. I'm getting more love from people in Portland, Spokane, Arizona. I mean, shit, even people back home in the area of Florida that I'm from, the Pensacola, Gulf Breeze, Navarre, Panama City, Cottondale, Tallahassee, all of these places in that panhandle type of region where I know people, I'm getting love from them. But people in Seattle, these niggas are hating. I mean, I don't know if they're hating. I mean, I did have somebody from out here that said my show sucked. It was somebody that I knew. Which was weird because the first few episodes, they said that they loved it. And then all of a sudden, we start getting a little bit of attention. All of a sudden, my shit sucks. Well, you know what? Your mama. Your mama, nigga. Fuck out of here. Shit. You's a bitch and so is your aunt. Get them out of here. But yeah, man, it's crazy, man. These people out here don't be showing no respect. But you know what? I still love y'all. And if y'all have some stuff that you're doing, projects that you're working on, things that you love and you care about, send it to me, man. I'll share your stuff. If you're somebody that I know, I want to support your dreams. I really mean that. And anybody that knows me knows that shit is true. I'll be sharing all types of people's stuff. And it'd be stuff that I know I'm not going to, but somebody else might like that shit. So why wouldn't I share it? It ain't going to kill you to share the show even if you hate it, because somebody else may not hate it. Like I'll be sharing some of your pictures. Y'all look ugly as hell sometimes, but I'll still be like, yo, this looks cool. Show this to somebody, or this video ain't even that funny, but I'm going to share it. Why not? Because you want to get those likes and that laugh. I got you. Man, let's get back into it. Cut that shit off. Y'all heard that Usher about to kick on, Moving Mountains. Yo, you know what? Usher has a deep catalog. He had been making cuts for hella long. Him and Jermaine Dupri. And I was thinking about that the other day. And thinking about how long ago it was when that Confessions album came out. And 8701 came out before that. And what was the one before that? Shit. Man, I don't remember. But it was hot. And then Usher tried to do the acting thing. You ever seen, what's the movie that he's in where he's like a DJ or something? I know that you know it. What is it? Because he's a black DJ and he's always black. But he's a DJ and there's like an Italian girl, and then I guess they've been lifelong friends because Buddy's dad used to work for the guys or the daughter's dad or some shit like that. And they end up getting together, and then all of a sudden Pops don't really like his daughter dating Negroes. And then it ends up being a problem, but then he takes a bullet for it. You know, it's like, yes, In the Mix. That's what it's called. Damn, that movie sucked. But I love it. I'll probably watch it all the time, but some of the stuff I'll be looking at like, yo, my nigga really was in here acting. What else was Usher in?
It's
The Faculty. That movie was freaking lit though. Was Josh Hartnett, and they're like, what are they like? Aliens or they're bugs or some shit like that. And he was like a football player. But they were like, yeah, it was something weird like that. But yeah, In the Mix, man. He tried to be hella smooth, and they had him in there doing the whole DJ thing. And you know, Kevin Hart is in that movie too.
Really?
Yeah.
They call it a romantic crime comedy drama.
A romantic crime comedy drama. That is what In the Mix is listed as.
In the Mix is a 2005 American romantic crime comedy
This
drama.
movie came out in 2005. So if you're, it's with Usher, and then what's the girl? The girl from, she was on Entourage too. I remember that because she's hella fine. What is her name? Something. Does it say it?
I don't know who. Emmanuel.
Yeah, she has like a, I always wanted to call her E-Man because I had a friend named Emmanuel. I can't see that from my glass on. Yeah, but she was on Entourage. But she was in that movie. And that's kind of what made it bad because she's not a great actress. She's just like eye candy, you know what I'm saying? And then who's her dad? Her dad is somebody that's kind of famous. He's in like any crime boss movie with like Italians. This dude's in these movies. What's his name? Gotta go to cast and crew.
Oh, and we're talking about a movie, right?
Yeah, In the Mix. And we're going through the entire cast and crew.
Chaz. Palminteri.
I don't know his last
Davey,
name.
Kevin Hart.
Yeah, Kev is in that movie. What's the guy who plays her brother? What is his name? I don't know. Now I gotta watch it.
Yeah.
So after I get off this, I'm gonna watch In the Mix, Usher, and then a bunch of random people that most of us don't know. But it's not a good movie, but it's pretty good. I know that don't make any sense, but it's not a good movie, but it's kind of good. All right, another story out of Seattle. These Seattle people, they got to get some of this stuff under control. So look, this is going to be a little bit disgusting, so I hope you've already finished your dinner before I get into this. Illegal RV sewage dumping in Seattle pollutes waterways and poses a public health hazard. Want me to read it again? Illegal RV sewage dumping in Seattle pollutes the waterways. Ways is plural, fam. Multiple waterways are being impacted by this. This is disgusting. Since 2015, the number of parked RVs located within the Soto and Ballard neighborhoods of Seattle has increased dramatically, now totaling hundreds of RVs. Why are there hundreds of RVs just parked all around here? Yeah. But I guess that's how people have to live, man. It's expensive to live out here. So I think some people, it's actually ends up being a cheaper option to purchase an RV, find a place to park it, and then like go to your job every day and all that. Like you probably save so much money doing that. But there's also a bus load, well, an RV load where the folks that are pretty much homeless had that RV running on Crisco and they're freaking slinging meth out of the back of that motherfucker too. And they're probably the people being nasty, just dumping their shit all in the water. But this is crazy, man. They're calling it black water, and they're directly dumping it into the city's storm drains. Oh my God, these people are nasty, bro.
So nasty.
Dumping dumpage into the sewers.
Dumping dumpage into the dump.
Into the dump, yeah. Dumping dumpage into the dump. This shit is crazy, man. Like, how do you stop something like that? Because I can't imagine you can just like, even if these people move somewhere, they're going to just find another drain to dump it in. But you know what's crazy? Are they lifting the drain cover up? How small are those little slots in there? They're just literally dumping shit on top of it. And it's probably just sitting there. You got places within Seattle. Now I get it. Last weekend when I was in the city, I was wondering why it smelled so damn bad. There's shit everywhere. Mm-hmm. And you know what? Bad. And I feel bad because earlier I was disrespecting Tacoma. I don't think Tacoma has these problems.
You don't know.
Shout out to Tacoma, man. I'm sorry for disrespecting y'all. Seattle's literally being shit on. And I was disrespecting y'all for being dusty. The city of Seattle, they got this whole...
Shit on.
This is crazy, man. RVs dumping sewage into the waterways. Hey, man, drink bottled or get a filter. Make sure you have no shit in your cup. That's hella nasty. And I wonder how they found that out. Like, how did they find out that was happening?
They caught people doing it.
Caught people doing it, you think?
Yeah.
I don't know, man, because, like, I guess if they have somebody patrolling the area, maybe you might see somebody down there doing it, but how do you know that it becomes an epidemic?
Probably because they test the sewer water and realize that something was wrong with it.
And then they just blamed it on the RVs.
They probably did an investigation.
We tested the water, and then we just decided to blame the nastiest motherfuckers we could find, which is everyone in an RV. That's stupid funny. Yo, I'm dead. Yo, why is my pen just lighting up constantly? I don't know. Oh, okay. So, jeez, tell me what you think about this. Would you ever do any type of procedure or surgery or anything to alter your race?
No.
Okay, so the answer was no. I'm glad that you said no. So we got a guy. This guy is using melanin injections to become black. This is a direct quote from him. I can't wait until I look like Wesley Snipes. I'm fucking dead. Why does anyone want to look like Wesley Snipes?
Wesley Snipes doesn't even want to look like
Wesley Snipes doesn't even want to look like Wesley Snipes. I can't agree with you more.
But yeah, that's weird.
Shout out to Wesley Snipes. Black is shit. But I love it though. Wesley's a dope actor. Mr. Nino Brown. But still, he's black. You know how long it's going to take you to end up looking like Snipes? Bro. This is crazy though. The fact that people are really going out of their way to convince themselves and the rest of the world that they're a different race other than the one that they came standard with. Mm-hmm. Like, what's the lady that's out here? She was in the Northwest, right? Was it Rachel Dolezal or something like that?
Yeah, is that the one I think that was at Eastern.
Oh shit, that was at the school you went to? She was over there?
It was after I was there.
She was pretending to be black?
Yeah.
Yo, and she swears on everything that she's black, which is crazy, because, like, girl, look, you don't even resemble a black person whatsoever. Like, your edges are never right. Your braids always look like shit. Like, you can't do what black girls can do. Black girl magic is not given to, outsiders.
Rachel Dolezal.
Yeah, Rachel something. She's a whole idiot. Yo, she just looks bad. She looks really bad.
Yeah, it was in 2015. I think it was. Yeah, it was in Spokane.
Yeah, she was in Spokane. This is crazy. But I don't understand what white people's fascination is with wanting to be black. But at the same time, all those people that want to be so black never do shit to protect black people from their white brethren. Yeah, you didn't think I was going to go there with it, but I did. Because I can.
Yeah.
I'll never see Rachel at the front of a march. I'll never see her on TV talking like jumping on this, dying on her sword for anybody.
Her parents outed her.
She got outed by her own parents. You know how much of a bozo you are to have your own parents be like, look, we got to report this corny asshole. Because she out here acting a damn fool, pretending to be a Negro.
Yeah.
They probably only reported her because they don't like black people. They're like, we won't stand for this shit. We will not stand for any person under this roof or in this house pretending to be any type of Negro. We won't stand for it.
Yeah, they said, outed her. It is very disturbing that she has become so dishonest, her mother said.
Her mother said it's very disturbing that she became so dishonest. Fam, that is the least of your problems in her situation. Now, obviously, her story is old as hell. We all know Rachel's garbage. I don't. What job was she doing? Did she work for like some? Did she work for like the NAACP or some shit like that?
Yeah.
Fam, I understand that you have the passion and you must love black people. You got a taste at a young age, and then you know what they say. You never go back. We get it, but all this pretending to fully be a, you ain't the one, fam. I don't know why y'all want to do this. Y'all all look like some freaking idiots. What are you about to say, Cheese?
People saw her as a vocal civil rights leader who later became the local NAACP president in Spokane.
So in Spokane, people felt like she was a vocal civil rights leader. Now, I've never been to Spokane.
Spokane would do some shit like that.
There are a lot of people that listen to this show that are from the Spokane area. And I'm sure they do not condone, at least the people that I know, I'm sure they do not condone the behavior of Rachel Dolezal or Dolezal. I don't know your fucking name, lady. But this shit is outrageous. The fact that white people want to be black so bad. You know what I love though? I love, and I'm not gonna pretend like it happens often because it doesn't happen often. But it used to happen a lot when I was growing up in Florida. And I always loved when my white friends would be like, yo, say we're riding in the car and a song comes on. And knowing that under any other circumstances, I would never, ever say it. Can I say the N-word? I love when they ask that. No, you can't say, don't say that shit in front of me, bro. Now, I will tell you, based on what my name is, there were a lot of white kids that I grew up with that really were disrespecting me. And they thought I didn't know. By saying my name in the first initial of my last name, if you say it quick enough, and depending on what your accent maybe sounds like, it almost sounds like nigga. And kids were really calling me that to my face. And they thought I didn't recognize it. I'm going to tell y'all like this. I did recognize it. And I only didn't say or do anything because I thought that if I took you away from your family, that your holidays would not be as enjoyable for your brothers and sisters with you being 6 feet deep in a grave.
Damn.
I know y'all were calling me a nigga to my face because I grew up in a shitty ass little town where 95% of those people are racist as shit. Even the ones that pretend to like you. And I would hear the stories all the time. Well, I know this. I have had all these black friends, and my dad grew up with this person, and they used to come to our house and like clean up our yard, and then they would talk with my dad. Nigga, you talking about you got slaves? Like, what are you talking about? But like, that's what they do, bro. So y'all aren't slick. But for real, I didn't want to hurt you or devastate your family members, but I also realized that at one point in my life, I would outgrow all of you, and I would start to transcend, and I would get to a point where I could shit on you, and you wouldn't be able to really do anything about it. And we've reached that point now that I have a show. So, again, I think it's hilarious when white people will be like, yo, can I say the N-word? What is your fascination with wanting to say the N-word? Why? it's really not all of that. And plus, with the lack of seasoning that most of you have, you don't have any rhythm. You don't have any swag. You're always gonna use it at a contest. It's just not worth it for you to embarrass yourself. Just don't use it. You'll be okay if this is the one thing that you don't have. You take, and take so much from people. You don't have to have everything. It's okay. But shout out to all the people who are trying to, convince themselves that they are of another race. You got to be a special kind of stupid to think that. You are the race that you were when you were born, and you're the same one that your parents were. Some of you are mixed with multiples, but you don't get to just change colors. Same thing for black people. I saw a video where it's like a person, this black person, literally looks like they're boiling in like oil, and there's a person who's just like scraping the skin off their body, and it's like you're watching them scrape away the black parts of the skin down to the white meat, because there's white meat under here somewhere. We all have that. Like, when you cut yourself and you can kind of see there's a little bit of white underneath. Yeah, we have that too. All humans are standard with that. But this lady was literally boiling like some freaking, when they throw the fries in the grease? It looked like that. She looked like she was just in there chilling, like a big ass baked potato. I was like, damn, fam, they frying the whole potato and it's got this green thing on it. And it ended up being a human. I literally thought it was a potato at first with like this green stuff on it. And it was just a human in some weird little bathing suit. And as they pan out, you see Buddy's just scraping the skin off the back of her legs. And with the shit boiling, that she was in it. Like, why do y'all want to be a different race? Be proud of who you are. Fuck, man, I love being black. I'm hella proud of that shit. God damn, you see how good I look? Look at this beard with this hair and this smile. Oh my God, I'm killing. I'm literally killing. I'm dusty, but I'm killing. I'm tall as shit. I'm athletic. I'm hella funny. And I got a lot of stuff and knowledge that I gained from black people. Why wouldn't I be proud of that? Why would I ever want to put myself in a grease trap and have somebody scrape the black off me? Hell no.
Big ass.
I'm a big ass potato. Jesus Christ, imagine me as a potato. But yeah, I'll never understand that or comprehend why people want to like adjust their color. Like, I get it I get how white girls need to tan and shit. I get to some degree y'all don't like being pale and pasty, so I get it. But for those of you who are like,
tanning is different.
I know tanning is way different from what these fucking bozos are doing. That's what I was about to say. For those of you that are taking it to the extreme and you're literally trying to permanently change your color, you are a whole cornball. You gotta stop. And there's some of the pictures that I see, like some of these white girls that really want to be black, when they have like I don't know if it's face paint or if it's makeup, or if it's like their skin, it looks so bad. There's not a black person on earth that is the same shade as these white people trying to turn themselves black. It's a whole new shade of something. And it's not brown, it's not black, it's not nut. It's just like it's just this weird, it's, you know what it is? When you know how you take like a brown paper bag, and you know how it looks when you get it wet? That's how they look. Tired, washed, and it's like it's dingy. It's not like a brown. It's not like a. It's not. Yeah, it's just a blah color. It's fucking.
It is the color
dingy.
of blah.
Yeah, it's the color of blah. That's how stupid these people look when they do this shit, man. Y'all look dingy and gross. Made me want to throw up. So the guy who's doing melanin injections, fam. And you want to be like Wesley Snipes? Get the fuck out of here, you dirtball. Whack 100. Does anybody know who that is? Cheese, you know who Whack 100 is?
No.
Whack 100, I guess he's like a hip hop manager. So I think he manages like Kendrick Lamar and some other people, and I could be wrong about that. Maybe they're business associates or partners or something. Um, but I also know he manages some guy. I guess they call him Blueface. I don't know. I don't think he's any good. As far as I know, he's just a weird ass guy with a tattoo on his face. Who they have an old picture of him where he has that "Let me speak to the manager" haircut. And his sister put out a diss track against him at some point. So
Your own sister.
Yeah, his own sister. So he's not somebody that I take seriously. But these are like rap acts that are signed to this Whack 100 dude. I talked about Whack on my show previously because he had gotten into a fist fight with Mike Tyson. Because he has some choice words about Tupac, which was very strange. But Whack is somebody that does not take, shooting the fade lightly. He's somebody that prides himself on being kind of a tough guy. I can't say otherwise. I would never say that he's not tough because everything I've seen and heard about him leads you to believe that he's kind of like one of the top guys in the street. I think he also manages the game, or they're friends, or they have some type of relationship. So he is associated with people that we recognize as being guys that are willing to, put hands on people, do work, all that type of shit. Whack had recently said some things about Nipsey, saying that he wasn't a legend and all these other things. At least in the video where he clarified his comments, he didn't seem like he was actually being very disrespectful. I certainly did not take it like that. I would be surprised if other people did, but I think there's still such a high that people are riding on the heels of the death of Nipsey that I think if you have anything negative to say about him, people automatically freak out. Oh, excuse me. All he said was that he didn't feel like he was a legend because a lot of times the criteria for legend is based on sales and longevity and all those types of things, which Nipsey didn't have. In reality, Nipsey had a ton of mixtapes that were super dope, but then he only ended up having one real album, and it was the one that he put out right before he got killed. With great album, Victory Lap is super dope, and there was no denying that. And that's all Whack was really saying was, like, when we talk about legend, we got to stop throwing the title around loosely. Now, I won't say that I agree. I think Nipsey can definitely be considered a legend based on how he rose up, the effort that he put in behind his music, the way that he impacted his community, and the type of path that he showed other guys and gals as well that come from the same type of life that he comes from. He's helping to help them identify another path to success because those paths are not being shown to them by other people. So what better way than to, give back than to do that for people. So I think in that regard, yes, he can be considered a legend. I think if you were to say he's a rap legend, then my answer would automatically be no, based on albums and success and sales and all that type of stuff. He does not have, he falls very short, but he also had a very, very short career. I think if Nipsey was to still be alive, I think you're talking about Victory Lap being fire, and then probably having another album before 2019 was over, or at least have one upcoming in 2020. And I think you would see him probably run 3 or 4, maybe even 5 albums consecutive that would have been fire. And I think that would have put him in the status of legendary. But I don't think Whack was wrong in what he said, because depending on your criteria, you may not look at him as an actual legend. But apparently Nipsey's bodyguard felt some type of way, and they said that there was an altercation and that he got beat down.
Oh, damn.
I have not seen video of him actually getting beat down, but there is video of like the aftermath of it where it looks like he's trying to get to somebody, people are holding him back, whatever. Then the next day he put out a video where he said, he kind of stated his case and was like, look how I look, like there's no marks on me, nothing's wrong with my face, I didn't get beat down, I didn't get jumped, whatever the case may be. But then he said, I'll put out $100,000 offer for anybody who has footage of the fight. And then here came Mr. Blueface. He said he'll match it and put down another $100,000 for anyone who has an actual tape of him getting knocked out. When I was talking about this with my homeboy Jeff at work, we were talking about it, and I was like, I don't understand why it's such a big deal. Even if you did get knocked out, you're not hurt, you're not dead,
You're fine.
you're fine. You still make money, it's nothing. If somebody puts you down, it happens, bro. I know some tough ass people that have been knocked out. It just happens. And especially as you get older, your reflexes become a little bit less than what they once were. You don't move as great. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And I also think as a grown-ass man, and I'm sure Wack does not look like he's a young guy. He looks like he's an older gentleman. But I would say, fam, you're at that point where, like, what else do you have to prove? And you're trying to prove it all to, like, these young, like, 20-year-old people. Like, I think, man, you should have enough swag and enough steez to be able to walk into a room and command respect without having to let everybody in the room know that you'll put hands on them. If you're still having to do that, that's got to be based on some sort of like insecurities, or maybe you're just the type that really likes to let motherfuckers know that you can beat the shit out of them. I don't know. I mean, if that's the case, I guess that's cool, but like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't feel like you need to do that, man. You seem like a good, respectable dude. You've been a part of, creating some great careers for a lot of people. I mean, it seems like people speak really highly of him. I'm just confused why it seems like every couple of months I hear about him being in an incident where he's like shooting the fade with somebody, like random like street beefs. Like I remember there was one guy there was like a white rapper who was beefing with Game. This was like a couple years back. And there's a video of this dude finally pulling up to like see them. And he like gets out of the car and Wack knocked him out. Like, and it's like at some event too, like where they're like valet parking cars and shit. And he just knocks the dude out. And it was, I mean, the guy had it coming because he was talking crazy for like a week or something. Like really talking at the side of his neck, talking about he's gonna, whoop some ass and he's gonna do something to Game. And the video just had me dying because Wack just knocked him out. But then like you're really getting a fist fight while you're being a guest on a nigga's podcast. Like that's how he ended up fighting Mike Tyson. He was just a guest on Mike's podcast. And they started fighting all because he's talking about Tupac. Like, bro, you're just getting up there. Like, why? You don't have to fight no more, man. And that's coming from somebody who likes to fight. I'm getting too old for that shit. I'm tired, bro. That's why I don't fight no more. And plus, no one ever want to run it one-on-one. Everybody always is like quick to grab the strap, or they want to jump people. And my bones don't recover the way they used to. Like I can't, I'm trying to hoop on the weekends. I'm trying to relax and watch TV and comfort. Like I can't afford to have my ass be feeling like it's been kicked all the damn time. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, there's no reason to be out here fighting. And plus, you know what's really scary? Is you never know who knows mixed martial arts. You just don't know. It's too risky out here, fam. Imagine you're leaving somewhere late night, just grab some food or something. Some guy starts spouting off and you start saying some stuff. And then in 2 seconds, you don't even realize that you're freaking getting choked out or you're in an arm bar or some shit. Your arm's getting snapped off. All because you were talking tough to some guy who just left a training session. I don't think so.
Got a black belt.
That's what I'm saying, man. Some of these people really are out here with like real training and can beat that ass. If you're not willing to go through hand-to-hand combat training, there's no reason to be out here talking tough to people. It's just not worth it. But shout out to Wack, man. It seems like he's just, he continues to whoop ass and go through life. Maybe getting his ass whooped, maybe not. I don't know. It doesn't seem like there's any tape. But if we end up finding footage between now and Thursday, I'll definitely talk about that shit. And I might even repost it and share it on my page or some shit like that because this shit seemed hilarious. We're going to take a short break, and then when we get back, we're going to talk about the 2020 campaign that Antonio Brown is a part of, which is the No More White Women in 2020. We're going to talk about how stupid that shit sounds. So, let's see. What's the next record? Oh, as promised, we're going to get into this Truth Hurts Addicted. It's lit, man. It's an old record. This came out when I was in high school. Who's on this feature on this record? Rakim. If you guys like Rakim, man. Old school. I don't know how to really classify him. Rakim has bars. That's all I'm going to say. I don't really know what... I think his music would just be hip-hop. I wasn't going to say it's not gangster rap, but I don't even know if it's rap music. I think it's closer to just like he's like hip-hop, but Rakim has bars. That's all I'm going to say. He's nice with it. So, let's get into the record. We'll be right back. This is the Meanco Jackson Show. We got Cheese in the building. We just been in here yapping. I'm in here being annoying as shit. But we're doing whatever we got to do. We're going to pretend to go pay some damn bills. And then we'll be right back after the record. It's lit. Whack 100. I don't know. Why you getting knocked out, fam? It ain't worth it. Right. Yo, did you hear about this story? This was crazy. Televangelist Acton Bowen pleads guilty to sexually abusing multiple children. He's like one of those people that's on TV doing church services.
Damn.
Bro, that's fucking crazy. Says popular Alabama televangelist Acton Bowen pleads guilty to 28 charges. Jesus. Of raping and sexually assaulting multiple children between the ages of 12 and 16. Before his arrest in 2018, Bowen was the host of, I guess it's XL Roads TV, a global broadcast reaching millions every week. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
See, it says 28 counts involving 6 victims. His name's Paul Acton Bowen. Charged in both Jefferson County and some other counties. Holy shit. One of the charges includes enticing a child for a sexual act, sodomy, traveling to meet a child. What? And sexual abuse involving 6 different victims between the age of 13 and 16. Dog! Wow, how does this even happen? Former youth evangelist. He was literally working with kids, grooming them to assault them. This is unfucking real. And this is a guy that we literally had, he's like on TV, on a network that's broadcasting to millions of people every single week. You know what's crazy to me? A lot of people at church, they be swearing that gay people are going to hell, trans people are going to hell, black, they think everybody's going to hell. But then this type of shit be happening, bro. Yeah. And they just be like, we're just going to pray on him. He just made some mistakes. No, my nigga. If there's a hell, he's going. He's definitely going. That is crazy, bro. He pled guilty. Jesus Christ. 2 of the counts bring a maximum sentence of 99 years in prison. Oh, fuck this guy. I hope they do it in jail. I hope he gets it every night and twice on Sundays, man. Because you out there taking advantage of the kids, bro. You are complete garbage. It's unfreaking real. We gotta talk about this when we come back on. Matter of fact. Oh yeah. Because this song only got about 30 seconds left. Matter of fact, I'm gonna cut it off now. Look, I had to cut this off, man. Look. I'm in here reading this report. And this is probably old news. So some of y'all might have heard about this, but this is from early December. It says, televangelist Acton Bowen pleads guilty to sexually abusing multiple children. This is crazy because this is one of those dudes that's on TV conducting church services and shit. people really pay big money to have these goofy ass dudes be on TV. The Joel Osteens of the world, the Kanye West of the world. I hope Kanye doesn't end up being one of these dudes. But I'm waiting for the day that reports come out about Joel Osteen probably sexually abusing people or taking advantage of people financially. There will be some sort of scandal. That it's just likely to happen. This guy, popular Alabama televangelist Acton Bowen, pleads guilty to 28 charges of raping and sexually assaulting multiple children between the ages of 12 and 16. Bro, he's on a network, a global broadcast that reaches millions of people every single week. This is freaking crazy. And when I was reading this, and I'm going to read you this tweet that somebody put out. It says, Sarah Killian. This was at the time when this arrest happened. It's on December 2nd, 2019 at 7:49 a.m. She put, breaking news. Former youth evangelist Acton Bowen just pled guilty to all child sex abuse charges. He will be sentenced on a later date, also faces charges in Jefferson and Bay County, Florida. Youth. That was the word that really kind of made me cringe. Because he worked specifically with these young kids. He's trying to help them and guide them through their lives, and he's using religion as his like cover to assault them. How freaking disgusting and appalling is this guy? You're preying on kids that are coming to you looking for, essentially, they're probably there for spiritual guidance because you and their parents and other adults around them, as well as their peers, are, explaining to them the importance of having a strong relationship with Christ and being in their Bible, being at church, being with these people. My nigga, you're on TV every week. And this creepy ass, rapist ass dude has 28 charges of rape. Ugh. Disgusting. Power, privilege, opportunity. That's all it takes, man. Like I said, when he gets to prison, hope he get it every day and twice on Sunday. Just to learn your lesson. Yo, you know what's crazy? I'm not going to say any names because I wouldn't be disrespectful like that. But people really want to go into it, they can find the shit. But there was a girl that I went to high school with. Her dad ended up being caught up in one of these little stings that they have where it was like stuff with children and, there may have been some abuse, some child pornography, or something crazy along those lines. But it was crazy to think that like fam, you got a dope ass family, a great wife, you got all this at home. Why do you need all this other stuff? That shit was crazy. So it's crazy when you see this type of shit, man. And especially this fucking guy. Youth evangelist. The guy who we have in the position to help the youth portion of our congregation. And he's preying on them. Kids ages 12 to 16. Sexual assault, rape. All of the stuff. Kids, bro. At least he actually pled guilty. But anyway, yeah, he definitely probably didn't have a choice. It's crazy though. But before we went to break, we were talking about this new campaign that Antonio Brown is a part of. I don't know what made him do this, but I think it was like last week he randomly came out on his Instagram like AB always does. And then he made some ridiculous post. So I guess he tweeted out, no more white women in 2020. Oh, okay, so this comes after he allegedly discovers that his baby mom was cheating and plotting to scam him. Jesus Christ. it's like I feel bad for the guy, but then I'm like, I don't know, my nigga. I feel like some of this stuff you have coming. You must not have been doing right for mad long because like it's your baby mama trying to extort you apparently, and then it's like this one girl trying to bring you up on assault charges, and then you have all this shit with the NFL. Like, if it ain't one thing, it's another. Now I'm gonna say this. I don't think I think swearing off white women is, and obviously I'm sure he's probably just generalizing, but it's not gonna matter what color, fam. It's the person. If the person wants to scam you because they feel like they can get over on you and they can get away with it, they're gonna try to do it. It's not gonna matter who the fuck it is. If anything, you might need to swear off being on the internet for 2020. Just go out, get your checks, hide, and live in a secret location that only you and your homeboys know about. Maybe your mom and your kids, obviously. Leave all these females alone and focus on career, which is football or whatever else you want to do outside of that. Just stay away from women and stay off the internet, AB. I feel like you're only making your life worse, fam. But it is kind of funny that she was plotting to scam him. How did you find that out, though?
I know.
Like, how do you find out that somebody's plotting to scam you? I guess he's got text, though. Hold on. Oh, shit. Hold up. I guess he has, like, a text thread that is between him and his girl. Oh, my gosh. And the girl's talking to her friends, talking to her, and is like, "Don't play his game, but if you hit his pockets, break me off 25,000." Damn. Oh, it's with another dude. That's a dude asking her to break him off money. Yo, people are grimy. Maybe you should swear off. Just women in general. That might be best, bro. Because I know black girls that do this all the time. Think about who are famous people that I know got set up. Remember when Gucci Mane got set up? When he ended up catching those bodies when he was in that shootout? That was all because some girl tried to set him up. As a black girl. See, AB? I just gave you one example right there of a brother being set up by a sister. You just gotta swear off women in general, bro. Yo, if there's anybody that's plotting with some other nigga to take money from me, good luck. One, I don't have any money. Two, good luck having your dude try to take me down. It's not gonna happen. So this is another thing that I learned. So I learned last week based on a comment that somebody left on a post that I had, where it was something about black women who purposely try to get pregnant by black dudes, right? And so this girl left a comment. She said, "Where I'm from is called mud sharks or mud sharking." And then so AB posted, "New track called Mud Shark coming soon. Stay tuned in." A mud shark is a white woman. It's basically a white girl that just tries to trap black dudes into getting them pregnant and then gets the white guy to raise the baby with them. It's a weird thing. Oh my gosh. This is stupid funny. Yo, but I couldn't believe that that's what that meant. So when you hear the term mud shark, it's something along those lines. We'll talk about it more on Thursday. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's dangerous out here. You have to be careful because there really are people who are just finesse kings and queens and they just do grimy shit because they're freaking losers. They're miserable people and they want to make other people miserable. Fellas, keep your junk in your pants. Don't just be, swayed by nice hair and nice clothes and a clean look and a big booty. Don't let that be the reason why you get caught up. It's not worth it. Actually invest some time. Have conversation. See where these people are at. You can avoid these mistakes. AB's probably about to get taken to the cleaners by this girl. And he don't have a lot of leverage because they don't really treat our kind very fairly out here. So you going up against white, you got to have all types of artillery to fight that type of war. And then sometimes it ain't worth it, man. So y'all just got to be careful. I don't know. Cheese, what do you think? Do you think this is the end for AB?
Might be.
It might be,
Might
man.
finally be.
It might finally be the end of AB.
Yeah, no, he needs to take a break from just everyone.
Yeah, man. Take a break from being with
Focus
the ladies,
on AB
bro.
for a while.
Exactly. Focus on AB for a while. Anyways, people, it was a good show. We're gonna jump back into the music, and this is my little quick closeout. We're gonna be back on Thursday again at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's the same time twice a week, man. Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tune in. If you missed the live show or you only caught the end and then you're like, oh shit, man, I missed it. No worries. Go to my YouTube page. It's under my name, Meme Cool Jackson. It's spelled how it sounds. Type that in and you get to watch the last, what is this? This is episode 19? Yeah, you'll get to watch the last 18 episodes. But if you tune in tomorrow, the 19th episode will be uploaded. It's usually up by about 4 or 5 a.m. I don't know. Maybe earlier than that. I usually just, let it upload and I take my ass to sleep. So I don't wait for that shit, but it'll be up tomorrow. Check us out. Like and subscribe. Share the page. Remember, if you can like and share my memes all day, you can share my show, man. Even if you didn't watch it, just share it. Somebody else might watch it and they might love it. Help me out, man. Anyway, I appreciate y'all. Let's see, what else we got planned? I'm going to give y'all this Rick Ross Laid Back featuring Robin Thicke real quick. That rhyme, fuck, man. Cheese, I appreciate you being in the building. It was a good show. Love having you on. Is there anything you want to say to the people? Nope, you got nothing? All right. Well, we appreciate you being on. I'll see you guys on Thursday. This is the Meme Cool Jackson Show, and I'm signing off. It's lit. Get money. All right, man. We turning this shit off. It's time to be done for the night. I will see you guys on Thursday. It's been real. I appreciate you tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe and do all the things. Be on the lookout for more shows. That's about it, man. Cheese, you got anything? Nope. All right. We out.